bit, but what are your thoughts, Patrick, about this series? Do the Pacers stand a chance?
I mean, you always stand a chance in the playoffs. They do have good players. Miles Turner, with the addition to Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Halliburton, if he plays at a very, very high level, which he has not done since the injuries in the second half of the season, but if he can come out and put you out and play like a superstar, it's going to be difficult for him because Drew Holiday is going to be on him, though. But if you see him to have a superstar performance, then anything's possible. We've seen Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown disappear in big games before. I think that's more likely going to be in the finals than the Eastern Conference Finals. But this is a matchup that if Kristaps Porzingis stays out of the games, if he doesn't come back for a little bit, I think you're looking at tonight's game as one of the biggest factors of the game to see how the series is going to go. In that we talk about rest versus rust, and that's always a factor. And it's been almost a week since the Celtics have played, and Pacers shot 67% in Madison Square Garden a couple nights ago. And so can Indy roll that hot shooting into Boston, come out and play really well, get an early lead, and maintain it in the second half? Are they going to be able to take that, the fact that they're still playing and they're going, are they too beat up after playing a hard 7-game series? Or are they starting to feel themselves and starting to shoot well and start to play a little bit better? The defense is, of course, going to be way better for the Celtics. But if you can just feel like you're in a momentum, if you're feeling like you're in a groove for the Pacers, then, there's a chance that they come out. It's not likely. All of this would say the likely odds are that the Celtics are a, more well-oiled machine. They have better players across the board. So it's going to be difficult. I think Miles Turner has to have a really good series going inside because, once you get down to that, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum part of the lineup, those are just such good players that, it's going to be hard to try and win it on that side. But if you can say Miles Turner goes up and is able to go inside with Porzingis out and the Celtics not necessarily having a plethora of big men to stop him, then maybe you have a shot. But I think you really need to try and go after him in game one, because I don't know if game two is going to be any easier when you don't have the rest anymore, when it's not rest versus rust anymore, when there's not, you're not trying to come off a really good shooting night. There's no real momentum anymore. Everything screeches to a halt, especially if Boston comes out in, I think they're 10.5-point favorites in this game. If they cover that spread and win by double digits, it's just going to be hard for Indy to really get back into it and feel like they have a big shot in this series.
Yeah, I think about Boston is they're elite on both ends of the floor.